Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark. How are you doing this evening, Amanda?
Good.
Good. It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
I think my microphone is falling. It's a little bitch, but that's all right. So it's hot in this shed today.
It's actually not that hot.
It's not that hot, but I mean it's hot, but it's not hot. It's we're more concerned about the camera because we're about to get a new rig potentially here moving forward, but this one is a little finicky. It likes to overheat, so I try to keep it, try to keep it nice in here.
Yeah, well,
Having some nice days now. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass.
it was 80 degrees out today, but I think it's starting to cool down. It's like around 6 o'clock now, so it's starting to cool down.
Yeah.
We got some wind going, so
Yeah.
it's nice in here, but we were concerned about recording in here earlier because it was really hot.
Right. Yeah, so it's a pain in the ass, but working through it. Got to bring you episodes every week. Our wonderful fans here and our audience, so we appreciate you in our shed. Yeah. But it's a beautiful segue into today's topic because we'll probably not be in the shed for too much longer because our topic for today is our formal announcement of us moving out by the end of August 2021. So that's a big announcement there. You know, that's we've told some people. I mean, I've told my parents. I'm not sure if Amanda's told her parents or not, but we're moving out of our respective homes and we're moving into a place because it's time. And we kind of wanted to talk about that today. I brought this topic up, and I'm interested to see what Amanda has to say on the air because it's a big step. And anybody that's gone through it before knows how, I guess, like daunting it can be and overwhelming at times. And we're really interested to get some feedback from other people that have done it. We have some ideas and some places that we're starting as far as, getting the ball rolling. But I mean, that's kind of what we're going to chat about here for a little bit today. Is just kind of our initial plan and what we think we're going to end up doing, and just everything we've kind of gone over so far. Maybe some of the concerns. I know Amanda's been very quiet throughout this whole process so far. It's not really been a process yet, but just like we tried to have a meeting. She was a little sick that day, but tried to have a move out planning meeting. But so I'm gonna kick it over to you, Amanda. What do you? Let's hear your first thoughts. Like, we can go back first. What happened recently? I can't remember even. Did I tell you that I just said to you one day that we're gonna like move out?
Yeah.
But we had this plan though. This is in the plans.
Well, we always talked about moving out by the end of this year.
Right.
So, but Mark kind of
2021
just texted me one day and was like, "We are absolutely going to be moving out by the end of August."
Yes.
And I'm like, okay.
Like, all right. Whatever you say, Mark.
So we plan on renting an apartment of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But we're taking my cat Minnie with us. So we have to have pets. We want to have our own laundry just because I feel like going to a I'm not going to a laundry. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Maybe should we talk about these or go through them first? Do you want to keep going through them?
Yeah. I mean, when I was like a kid, I remember going to laundromats with my mom and stuff. I just think it's a pain in the ass. Like, I know it's obviously a lot more expensive to get an apartment to have your own laundry, but I think I like being able to do my laundry while I'm at home and also getting other stuff done.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
And or like, chilling. But like if you go to a laundromat, I feel like a lot of people, like I have a friend, they just leave their stuff at the laundromat.
Yeah, it's not a good plan. I mean, if you do it, then
I don't feel
do
comfortable
it,
doing. I don't feel comfortable doing that, and I don't feel comfortable even leaving it like in my apartment complex because you never know. Like people could steal it even if you live.
It's a little less.
I'm sure it's less likely, but I don't know. Maybe it's not like as sketchy as I'm making it out to be, but to me it sounds sketchy. And I've always just done my own laundry at home, so I would like to do that. And then central air, just because I want air conditioning. I lived in a house that didn't have air conditioning once, and it was horrible.
Yeah, that's always been something that I've had too. So I'm
I'm
cool with that.
Yeah, and is that it? Oh, 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, 2 bedrooms. Because we're gonna sleep
office.
separately. Wait, what?
For an office and our bedroom, obviously.
Yes.
But
our podcast studio / office. Unless we do it in the living room.
Yeah, I don't really know.
We'd have to work it up.
Yeah, and then you'll be doing Fueled by Progress and stuff there too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think if we have like a nice little living room set up, that would be fine in there. Because like the office isn't that big. I mean, like, you know, unless we put like a little couch or something in the office to do it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Lot to unpack. So that's kind of like the initial, Zillow search, if you will, right? An apartment. Let me touch on a couple things here too, because if you're playing along at home, you might have some questions at this point, and we're going to run you through how we got here, and then we'll run you through like those things individually. So me, being the type of person that I am, I thought that, maybe we should do an apartment, obviously, was what we've decided on. But your options when you move out of your parents' house are, you have some, right? You can move in with a roommate, you can go out by yourself, whatever. But as far as like actual living environments, you could rent a place, you could purchase a home, or one thing that I'm really interested in doing, but not right now, is like purchasing a home and renting out, like purchasing a duplex and renting out the other half. We talked about that a little bit. But we've made the decision to just rent because, one, we have no problem with renting. And 2, we're not going to purchase anything until we're married because it's probably it's probably cleaner to do it that way. You don't have to like put something in one person's name or however the fuck that works.
He wants to make sure he can live with me first.
I don't actually have any doubts. But everybody that like I've ever heard of just says like, yeah, make sure you can live with the person.
Yeah.
Which is actually funny. I brought that up to somebody that were moving out, and they said, like, what does your parents and your grandma think about that? Like, because they were going from the angle that we're not married yet. I'm like, honest to God, like, if you're still a person that thinks that you need to get married before you live together, or like you have, if you're a person that thinks a couple should get married before you live together, I'm not going to say that you're silly, but you're kind of silly. Because, like, you should probably, I don't have any, like I said, we've been together for 5 years, and this is my response.
It's not 5 years.
Almost. It's been almost.
Jumping the gun. 4 years.
4.5.
And 7 months.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, we've been together for that long, right? And we've, been over each other's houses. We understand how each other operates. I'm not saying that's the same thing as living together. I am not. However, I'm saying that there's a lot of people that, like, I think about marriage or think about moving in like a fucking year in. And if it works for them, fantastic. But when you've been almost 5 years in, nothing's for certain, but like I said, I just don't have any doubts. So, and I don't want to speak for Amanda, but I don't really think that either of us have too many things that like we don't know about one another in that sort of sense. I mean, we talk about everything. Most of it's on fucking internet. Last episode we were talking about shitting. So, so it's like, we pretty much know everything. There's no real skeletons in the closet or secrets or anything. So, but yeah, it's definitely a change though, regardless, right? Even just sleeping in the same bed as someone I know is different. Like we, obviously we've done that before, like at hotels and stuff like that. Obviously, right now my bed is a goddamn twin, so we don't, have really that opportunity or anything. But even something like that, something as silly as like sleeping next to somebody and having their body heat on you at night is like a weird thing that you have to get, accustomed to. Mm-hmm. That's a weird way to put that.
Sleeping with a cat.
That's awful. That's going to be terrible. Yeah, that's going to be shitty.
I don't know if she'll actually lay with us because
that would be great if she doesn't.
I recently got, actually it's been almost, I don't know how long now, maybe almost a year. I've had a queen bed. I love it. It has a remote that moves up and down. Anyways, it's going to be our bed when we move out.
Yep.
But my cat Minnie, she used to never really sleep with me at night because I had a twin. She would just lay with me and then leave once I would like go to sleep because I move a lot in my sleep. I move around a lot. Oh, that's another thing, sleeping. But she now sleeps with me, I think just because she has enough room to like be able to. But when both of us are in the bed, I don't know if she'll stay as long.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Not the end of the world, but yeah, that'll be something that'll be different, obviously.
Also, something that I've kind of realized in the past year is I guess I sleepwalk. So there's just been a few times, like, apparently the one night I went into my parents' bedroom and, like, tried to pull down my pants and go pee. And I thought I was in the bathroom. And there's been times that I walked into the hallway to go to the bathroom and, like, saw my stepdad and just screamed bloody murder and, like, started yelling at him. But last night, apparently, I went to sleep probably around, like, 10, like, something like that. And I went to the bathroom or went into the hallway at midnight. And my stepdad so the bathroom is like, okay, if you're not watching this, then it's going to be hard, but whatever.
Bathroom's right next to her room. Out the door to the left.
Yeah, and then the like food cupboard is like straight ahead from there. So apparently I walked out into the hallway and was waiting behind him in the cupboard. Like he was getting a snack in the cupboard, and I was waiting behind him in the cupboard. And my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And I like just looked, and then I went to the bathroom to pee. Then my mom came in, and she's like, "What were you doing out there?" And I was like, "I was just looking." And apparently she asked me again, and I got real mad and started clapping, which, like, I kind of remember being, like, mad and clapping at her.
What the fuck?
But, like, I was just mad. So apparently I was like, "I was just looking." And I was like, "I was just looking. Leave me alone."
I'll punch you in the face.
So... but honestly, I was just mad because I was like sleeping. My brain wasn't functioning, and she was trying to talk to me. Yeah. So apparently I like sleepwalk. And then she always brings this up. I guess my parents are realizing now that I like just, I like essentially I do sleepwalk. Like, I don't know. I wake up like 4 times a night to go to the bathroom, and I remember that. But I don't know. So my mom's realizing now that I basically sleepwalk. But when my grandma passed away like 4 years ago, she tried to wake me up out of a dead sleep. And I woke up and stood up. And she's like, "Grandma is dead," or whatever. And I was like, "What do you mean she's dead? What did she die from?" And I was like asleep. Like I was not alive.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't like awake yet. So apparently I get in this deep sleep. And then like I eventually woke up, and they told me that they were like, my mom thought I was like on drugs because I was acting so crazy when she tried to wake me up. But no, like I was just sleeping. So I don't know if Mark will ever experience that because he always falls asleep before me. I'll just be wandering around the house, I guess, trying to go pee. Like, I don't know.
That's fine.
But I don't know. I never knew this about myself, so.
All right.
But apparently
don't piss on my shit.
Apparently my parents were laughing so hard they weren't even mad that I yelled at them. They were just like laughing hysterically. They were like, "She's not awake. She won't remember this." And I go to get my coffee this morning, and they're like, "You remember what happened last night?" I'm like, "What? I did that. What? Like, what did I do again?"
Yeah. All right. Well, that's exciting to look forward to. But yeah. So. Anywho. Where were we on the thing? I was talking about the
sleeping in the bed.
Yeah, well, just like things you got to get accustomed to, and I was talking about the our options as far as like renting, house hacking, buying. We're gonna rent. And you know what? Another thing too is, I thought about this earlier. You don't have to stay in the same like apartment forever. You could easily like move to another one. Now I'm not a fan of moving all the shit that I have, which isn't actually a lot, but like some of it is like going to be a pain in the ass to move. But at the same time though, you could do that. So the point that I'm making there is like once we find a place, it's not like we have to stay there forever. Normally, I think you just have like a year lease and then you can obviously renew. But anyway, part of our plan, move out this year, 100%. We're going to talk about some other things here, like, the stuff that we went through and like money and like actually thinking about like the steps. But long term though, so we'll get this out of the way, is we want to rent and then everything changes, but it would be really nice to rent, I think, and then like build a house or buy a nice house or something like that at some point. We try to start a family because there's going to be no room to start a family in a small apartment. So, yeah. But we'll get to that point. So maybe we go through the things, how we arrived at what we want, just like the simple answers there, and then like actually our plan. And I know we were having a conversation before we went live. We should probably continue it in some capacity. What, you have something to say? What is it?
I was just thinking about after we move out, does that mean we'll get engaged quicker?
I don't know what that means.
I didn't think about that.
What is that?
Well, we always talked about getting engaged sometime after we move out.
Well, yeah, it's a move out, engagement, marriage, children. That's the traditional route, I guess you could say.
I didn't think about that.
What is that? What do you mean? You didn't think about that?
No.
You're excited now to accelerate the process? What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, let's stay on topic. We'll have another one where we talk more about that, or we can throw that in the plan somehow and whatever. But yeah, that's generally
Did you ask me a question?
Generally the order of operations. What I was saying was we should go back through those things and see how we arrived at them. So we talked about like the apartment. We talked a little bit about the two bedroom thing. Obviously, we need to sleep somewhere, and we want to have an office with like my desk set up, maybe your desk set up.
I feel like we've talked about an apartment for a long time. Like, I just think that's what we decided on.
Yeah.
I don't really think we want to buy a home until it's like the home.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Certainly.
I've lived in an apartment before.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Mark's like never went grocery shopping. I feel like we went to Giant Eagle last weekend because I needed to pick up a few things, and he's like, "Oh, she has the big shopping cart," and I'm like,
"You literally did get the big shopping cart." I saw another size.
Yeah, but it's a normal size shopping cart, and
that was the big one.
He was like so out of his element in the grocery store.
I went right to the pizza.
I'm not going grocery shopping by myself. Like, you can come with me. Like, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna go grocery shopping as a family.
Maybe we should table that for a little bit later in this discussion, because like that's something I definitely want to hit on. There's gonna be a lot there. Duties. Yeah. Duties.
You're going to learn how to do laundry.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. There's no way in hell.
What if...
Should we just talk about it now? Let's just talk about it. Whatever. Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about duties. I haven't written a list yet, but...
I'm like not against doing your laundry, but I think you should learn.
Okay, I'm not against learning.
What is it, a woman's job?
It's not a woman's job. It's your job. It's very simple.
That's even worse.
No, it's not. What do you mean? We got to do shit. We got to do stuff. I don't have a list yet. We don't have like a list of things that we have to do that we can delegate to each other. But like there's things that you're not going to do that I'll do. And there's things that I'm not going to do that you're going to do. Like what do you mean? Speak.
I think you should still learn how to do laundry.
I think that's probably a good idea, but what is the learning curve of learning how to do laundry? How many steps you got? Like 3?
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna. I'm telling you right now. I would rather pay somebody to do my laundry than do it myself.
Mark, it's not as hard as you think it is.
I know it's not hard. I don't want to delegate time to that. Dedicate time to that. I am doing other things.
It takes longer to put it in your fucking drawers. All you do is put the clothes in the thing, put the soap in, it goes by itself. Then you come back an hour later, take it out, put it in the dryer. That's it. It takes like 5 minutes. Like, you're sounding a little extreme here. Okay. It's not like mowing. I get, like, you don't want to, like, do yard work and mow the lawn. Like, that's understandable. But this is laundry that takes, like...
Well, actually, that's kind of different. Like, I'd rather actually probably do that than do laundry.
I think you've just never done laundry, and your, like, Italian mother has done it for you your whole life.
That is probably true, yeah. But
and you, think that you shouldn't be doing it.
This is segueing into, like, the actual bigger discussion here. I don't like to dedicate time to things that I don't want to do. Much like laundry is one of them. Can we get some more? Like dishes and stuff like that? I mean, if you have a dishwasher, you just kind of like put them in there, I guess. But like, I don't want to do laundry. Like, I feel like I could.
Do you think I want to do laundry? No, but I have to, so my clothes are clean. Right.
What are you doing with the other time that you're not doing laundry, though, is the question.
I don't know. Stuff. Exercising.
Yeah.
Is there another thing? Okay, Mark, but the thing is, laundry takes 5 minutes to, like, put it in and put it out.
Where are we going with where's the point of this, though?
Like, does your mom fold your clothes for you?
Yeah, and I put them away.
You expect me to fold all your clothes for you?
No. What do you mean?
Well, then you'd be doing the hard work already. Fold the clothes, put it away. Why?
So you want me to do the whole job then?
Well, why can't... I'm not saying I'm not going to, like, do it, but I just don't get... You're like, I don't like where you're coming from.
All right.
What if you didn't have me? And who's going to do your laundry for you then?
Then maybe I'd do it, or I'd have somebody do it. I don't know. I don't think you understand the mentality. Who are you
going to have do your laundry?
Okay, look.
Laundry is a basic skill, Mark. It's not like, what are you going to have a maid come and do your laundry? Like,
are you going to do kids' laundry?
Yeah.
Well, then what the fuck?
I just don't like how you're coming off.
I understand that.
Like, you're like,
let's back up. Can we back up? Let's back up and let's attack this from a different angle. Okay. I don't want to do laundry, for instance, because I know that I can dedicate my time to something else that's more valuable than that. The mowing the lawn is a better example because people will actually come to your house and mow your lawn. This isn't a part. This is more broader, right? Somebody will come to your house and mow your grass, and you'll pay them money, right? So if it costs you $100 to get your grass mowed, but during that time you can make more than $100, you should probably just pay that person. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So there's all that. And then the other point of this, which needs to be brought up now, is, again, the conversation that we had before. Right now, you work a 40-hour-week job, and I am an entrepreneur trying to build up several different businesses and invest money and do all these things. So one day, again, based on your willingness to do this, you do not have to work if you do not want to. Like, you don't have to have an actual job. And you can do more things, like Amanda's Inspiration. You can work on AM the PM. You work on Fueled by Progress. And at that point, we will both have a lot of freedom. But I will be very busy doing the other shit. Like I already am. So you will be probably like a mom. Now, that's a plan that I have in my head. Does that correlate with what you would like, or no? Because that's an important question. I'm not telling you how to live how you're going to live your life. I'm asking you, does that sound nice? Would you like to do something else?
Yeah.
Don't just say yeah. I mean, like, I'm being serious. Like, I didn't plan that out. I just had that in my head. So like, does that make sense or no?
Yeah.
Can you give me something more than just yeah? Can you give me some?
Maybe I'll do more laundry then.
Maybe you'll do more laundry?
When I have more free time.
Yeah, it's not really just about the laundry.
Oh my God. I understand what you're saying, Mark, but it takes like 5 minutes to put the laundry in the thing and then take it out and put it in the dryer. Like, that's all you're doing.
Okay, I got it. Perfect. I understand that. Totally makes sense. What's the point of what you're saying? Do you want me to do laundry?
I just don't like how you're, like, refusing to do it. And you're like, I don't want to make time for things that I don't have time for. When, like, it's just laundry. Like, a basic thing. A basic skill that, like, you might need to do every once in a while.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And, like, I know you do a lot of stuff. So, like, I'm obviously willing to do things for you. But I just didn't like the way you were coming off.
Okay, well, again, I did say that I'd learn how to do laundry, and I don't think there's a high learning curve to that. But I would let's put it this way. I would like to not do laundry the majority of the time.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I don't know what to say there. What else?
I'd like a dishwasher. That's kind
of. You'd like a dishwasher?
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I feel the same way about dishes. I've never really done dishes in my life, so.
I don't know if it's necessarily a deal breaker.
Dishwasher?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like a dishwasher too. I just don't know how that normally goes with apartments.
I mean,
I think some places normally have that though.
I feel like with all the stuff we want already, you'd think there'd be a dishwasher back now.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. What else? Should we go through some of those other things? Obviously, pets, cats. Gotta bring Minnie. Mm-hmm. We said 2-bedroom thing. The air conditioning, kind of just like because we're bougie and it gets hot.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sweat my ass off. What was the other thing? Was that it? Oh, the laundry, the in-unit laundry. I actually think that going to a laundromat is potentially slightly dangerous in a way. People are gonna think that you're fucking really ridiculous when I say that. But yeah, I don't really want to do that. I know that I don't want to do that. And my plan was for you to do all the laundry. So I really don't want you to do that. Mm-hmm. I'd much rather you be right over there, doing laundry.
Yeah, that's definitely a deal breaker for me. I want to be able to do my own laundry.
Yeah. So that's definitely an important one. And then location, really anywhere in the North Hills of Pittsburgh. Amanda currently works in Wexford, and I work from home. So anywhere that's in that, basically drew a big square anywhere in the North Hills. And we've seen some interesting things. So that was our first crack at that. We did it on Zillow. We drew the thing. We got 6 or 7 results, basically all apartment complexes ranging from $1,100 plus to $1,700 plus. So that's the monthly rent, and then plus utilities or whatever the hell else they pay. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Right now, currently, Amanda and I, we don't have any debt, and we don't really have too many bills outside of things we just spend money on. So we've done a decent job paying, we've done a decent job of saving money to this point, investing and stuff like that. Our net worth is around $135,000. And that's not a flex. That's just to give some point of reference. So, and not all of that is liquid cash either. So the point is we couldn't just go out. We wouldn't want to go out and buy a house, obviously, like we said, for multiple reasons, and the capital being one of them. But the other thing is though that we got into this discussion, and as we switched to the money conversation, a little bit more of that. Amanda, maybe I should just kick it over to you. What are your concerns? What are your concerns with moving out?
I'm sorry, I was just watching you, but while you were thinking, you licked your lips, weird.
Sorry.
You had a thought and then you licked your lips. My
Sorry.
Concerns.
Yeah. I know you're concerned about money. You got a lot of money concerns.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a little scared.
Okay, elaborate.
I don't know. It's the first time I'm moving out of my home.
Yeah.
But I think I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think, like, I just have to get in the mindset of it, and I should probably, like, start getting rid of more stuff and stuff like that, and I just think I'll feel better once we start looking at places and stuff like that, too.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I don't really think I have any, what did you say?
Concerns?
I don't think I have any, like, real concerns. I think it's just, like...
Well, you've asked me multiple times how much money I make per month. And I can't really give you a great answer on that. Because currently, work at the restaurant, make, I don't know, probably on the order of, it's only weekends, so it's like on the order of around like $1,000-ish a month. And then all the business income, so plus investment income. So, honestly, it varies. I can't really tell you because, again, the business ecosystem is kind of like its own thing. Like I haven't taken any money out of that yet. So I don't know. The point is, at least for me, and the question that I would have is like, again, like what's your, like, I don't know. I was going to say, like, how could you be, like, what are you scared about? Because, like, I'm not scared and I'm in the same position as you would be one thing. But I don't know. I'm just not. Okay, here's a good place to put this. I think about money much differently than most people, especially now, but I think pretty much forever. If I want something and I want something that's nice and I'm going to take care of it, like that's just the way that I am, I'm going to pay the money for it. And I'm going to get it, and it's going to be a great experience because I know that generally 9 times out of 10, the amount of money that you pay for something is correlated directly to how good it is, the quality, the value it'll bring to your life, all that sort of stuff. And I'm a pretty good judge of character as far as like the thing, in and of itself, if it's worth, the money. So that's one thing. The other thing though is that I know that there's so much money out there. And I've just gotten to the point now where I don't give a fuck about that. Like I don't care about money the same way other people care about money because I'm generating it in all sorts of different ways. I don't have to go to a job and slave over it and only get like whatever my employer says. Like I make the rules. Like I decide how much I charge for websites. I get affiliate marketing money from like, just putting out a video and just getting recurring revenue, passive income, stuff like that. I invest in cryptocurrency and all these other things and get money from all that sort of stuff. So the point that I'm making is I am just not concerned about that. I'm much more concerned about my day-to-day and the things that I'm doing because I know that I can always get more money, but I can't get more time. So the way that this correlates to what we're talking about and relates to it all is that I feel that even if we're not like in the pinnacle of position for money right now, which I know we're better than 99.9% of a lot of our fucking peers. And like people just, and that's not a flex. That's just an observation of like people our age. Like we don't have any debt. Like who doesn't have fucking debt at 24 and 25, 22, 23, 24, 25? It's crazy. So like, and then also having a decent, net worth and money and moving forward. I know that we're ahead of the game. And that's no shitting on anybody else. Like it's one of my life's fucking works on my other fucking thing is to help people financially and entrepreneurship and all this other stuff. So, I need to throw that in there because I don't want to sound like a complete fucking douchebag. But what I'm saying though is that's why I have no doubts. And the reason that I'm not concerned about that is because I know that at least from my side of things, I control it. And I know that we're going to have a fantastic life and we're going to control everything that we're doing with that. And then the last part is the time thing. We're getting slowly but surely we're getting older, right? And more so for yourself than me, because you have to birth babies, right? So I'm not saying we're gonna hop into an apartment and have kids, but I'm saying we need to get those building blocks going. That's why I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because I don't like to plan out every like fucking minute of my life. I mean, sometimes I do, but you know what I'm saying? Like we've had this conversation with some other people. And they're like, yeah, you kind of want to live in the moment. But at the same time, you fucking need to plan a little bit. right? Imagine when we showed you like the life goals thing, right? And we said like this year, just like some basic goals. If you don't have those in place, it's going to be 2030 and you're going to be like, what the fuck happened? So that's what I'm saying is when you have a little bit of an idea like that, I think it just goes a long way. So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think also just like I feel like we've been picturing this for so long. It's like weird to actually imagine it. Not like weird, but like it's just weird that it's actually like gonna happen.
Yeah, surreal, I guess, is a way. I don't know, man. I understand what you're saying. I just don't. That's just not the way that I am. I manifest shit. I've gotten to this point where it's like, up, we're gonna do this. This is gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. And I'm not like, obviously, I'm kind of like a little shook when it does happen, right? Like selling the first Fueled by Progress stuff, or actually making money from the things that I'm putting out on the internet, or getting subscribers on YouTube, or this, that, or the other thing. But it's a fucking process. Like shit doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? And like, so, it's a little less shocking when it gets to that point and you're like, okay, yeah, this is actually paying off now. But here's the one other thing though, is as soon as we fucking set foot into our apartment, I would hope this is the same for you, but I'm going to say it's for me. The next goal goes right into my head. You know what I'm saying? It's never over.
Yeah.
The next goal is like the big goals like would be like engagement, right?
You can't have babies in the apartment, so it's not enough room.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is like it's never over. It's always continuing. So it's like that's a big milestone, and like hooray, like we get there, we celebrate or whatever, and we enjoy it. But at the same time though, the next goal is like, for instance, of the big ones is engagement. And then as soon as I give you a fucking ring, you're gonna be like, oh my God, let's plan the wedding or something. Like, like you're gonna be into that. So it's like, and then as soon as you get to that point, it's like, okay, well, children, and then it's like, okay, new house, and it's like, so.
Yeah, sorry.
She's crying.
I'm like crying a little bit.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's like logic versus emotion here.
No. So, and then like, we don't even cook. We're gonna have to learn cook. We're gonna have to learn how to cook.
Here's the thing. You got to remember this as well. It goes back to like the laundry type of discussion. Cooking is not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying.
I'm just saying it's not overwhelming. Like, I just don't find it overwhelming. It's like, I'm going to get food in my stomach. And honestly, I could probably take a couple days off. Honestly.
My mom literally still makes me chicken for my lunch.
Yeah, my mom makes me a fuck ton of chicken, yeah. And I'm sure, here's the other thing. There's so many things that you don't realize. Here, let me give you a couple. Our parents, when we move out, are going to miss us like fucking crazy people probably. They're going to be sending us shit. They're going to be fucking bringing us fucking food. I know it. Maybe, I don't know to what extent, but they're going to be like, probably, I would assume, maybe, I don't know. I think generally that's what the thing is. That's kind of like a thing. But regardless, though, it doesn't matter because, I mean, it's, like I said, cooking is not rocket science. So, but, we got that. Cleaning, little concerned about that one. For you?
I forget something. Oh, I think my friend Lauren was talking about guys being dirty, and I was like, Mark will not be like that when we move out, and she was like, just wait and see, and I'm like, okay.
No. I don't have enough stuff to be dirty.
I mean, like the dishes and all that stuff.
Well, if you ask my parents, they'll tell you that I don't put anything in the dishwasher. But
are you just gonna leave dishes in the sink?
If we had a dishwasher, then no. If we have a sink, then I will need to learn, I guess, how to do dishes. Which I also think is a 2-step process. So probably not that great.
If we have a dishwasher, you just rinse it off and put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I'm excited, but obviously I do think it's definitely going to be a little hard leaving my mom.
For you or her?
For both of us.
I mean, probably not going to live very far, but yeah.
It's just weird. Like, when am I going to see her?
Whenever the fuck you drive to her house.
She's always working. When am I going to see her?
You don't see her now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was going to say something. Shit. Oh, I think it really comes down to a couple things. One is not having a lot of shit, like the cleanliness, but also just in general. If you don't have a lot of shit, your life is going to be better, especially in a small apartment. We're going to have too much shit probably. If we get rid of a lot of the shit, we are going to be in great shape. It's that simple, because we're not going to have enough fucking space, you know? And the other thing is, as long as we live within our means, if we don't get the Pendleton out in fucking Cranberry for $1,700 plus, if we can't afford it, comfortably afford it, and we don't do that, and we get something closer to like $1,000 a month, then we're going to be absolutely fucking golden. No doubt about it. We'll be able to save some money. We'll be able to cover our expenses. We'll be able to invest in the businesses. We'll be able to do all sorts of shit. And we'll have the freedom and the freedom of like being in our own place and everything like that. None of the negativity or just like any of the the distractions of anything that we have currently. It's going to be a great fucking time. I have no fucking doubts. And it's the next step. You know? So I have no doubts. And like I said, yeah, that was the other thing though. Just living within your means and not having a lot of shit. Because I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have itty bitty apartments and stuff like that, and there's a bunch of shit in it, and it's tough. Which I understand, because like maybe you're gonna move out into a house one day, but I don't know. I feel like I've been gearing up for this for a while. Minimalism, saving money, trying to be financially independent, trying to be just valuing my time, all that. I don't know. I don't have any doubts for us, dude. What else you got? Nothing? You ready? You just ready? She's flowing? Just going with the flow?
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's a little annoying.
Oh my God.
No, it's not annoying. Let me, this is important part. This is an important thing to put in here. I'm a little concerned is not the right word. I don't know what the word is. I feel like I feel at times a little, especially through this process so far, I've felt a little guilty because I feel like, I don't know if you don't want to be making some of the decisions or that is just how our relationship tends to be. Do you agree with that? Does that make any sense? I don't know how well I explained that.
What? No, I mean, think I'm ready to move out. I think it's kind of like having a baby. Like, are you ever really ready? Like,
right. Here's what I'm saying. I'm doing a lot of the pulling. I think pulling us towards that is kind of how I feel.
Well,
I just want to make sure that you're okay with that, one.
Yeah, I don't want
to.
But
stay two, I would also not mind if you decided to like partake in thought.
What do you want me
or ask questions.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Just anything. Like the other day, I literally said, like, "Are you gonna give me any input on the stuff that we're doing here?"
And it's like, you said, like, kind of no. Like during our planning meeting.
What am I supposed to say? We were talking about how much money we make and where we want to live and what we need. What else is there?
Well, I don't know. I just want to make sure that you have that you're comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
And you're okay.
Yeah, I have to make sure my cat is cared for.
Yeah. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, as long as my cat has a safe environment.
Fucking cats.
And she's comfortable.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Is that it? Is that it for this round? All right. Well, that's been our move out plan, our initial move out plan. We kind of told you a lot about it. Yeah. If you have any feedback, hit us up.
My cat is also like 12 years old, so she's never had any other home besides the one she lives in now.
It's going to be a shock.
Yeah, but my mom's moving too. So either way, the cats are going to have to move.
Yeah.
They're going to live separately now.
Yeah.
The other cat will be with my parents.
Yeah.
A little separation.
Yeah.
Minnie doesn't like him anyways, but he'll be sad.
Yeah.
He'll think she died or something. It's a shame.
Yeah.
He's going to think that she left and like never came back and died.
Weird.
Maybe my mom can bring him to visit her.
Yeah, that's some weird shit.
So that he knows she didn't die.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, we'll keep you updated on that. Yeah. Anyway, this has been our initial move out plan. Like we said, if you have any feedback, any comments for us, be more than happy to check them out and hear everything. But yeah, we're new to this, so we've got a lot to figure out here and continue to do. But we've got a solid preliminary plan that we're trying to act on. Gonna get into a lot of different things here. We'll keep you updated, of course, but we wanted to bring this to you as early as possible because we like to document shit, obviously, here. And this is a project that a whole process that we're gonna be working through here for the next several months. But we are very excited. And as always, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to snag something, aminthepmpodcast.com/shop down in the description. Ask us any question about moving out or this, that, or the other thing. Anything that you want, we'll answer it on the show in the links in the description as well. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been another episode of AM in the PM with Amanda and Mark. We thank you, as always, for the support, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one.